You back full circle.
Yes.
Aya, Ascon Kamili, good morning.
Good morning.
Your shoes are so, I don't want to believe you were having your shoes shined because they're so shiny I can see myself. I can see my reflection on your shoes. But I will give you an opportunity, although I am time-barred, an opportunity to respond to these events. In terms, we're looking at institutional independence, especially as concerns the criminal justice system. Martha Karua, on an interview on Spice FM, said independent institutions are as independent as the people who occupy those offices. And then she was talking about, the discussion rather, was about the responsibility of the Director of Public Prosecution, Nurdin Haji, bears for the events that we've seen, the withdrawal of cases in recent times, allegations of coercion. Do you agree in our political setup that independent institutions are only as independent as the people who occupy those offices?
Well, thank you very much, Olive. And let me begin by saying the last time we were having this conversation here, you remember that I was very clear that the DCI officer or the investigating officers who are claiming that they're being coerced or they could have acted in that manner because of some hand from somewhere, they need to be, they need to take, they need to be made accountable for such acts while they're in office. Because really, we can't be doing things and then coming later to claim that we were being forced to do them or we are being coerced to do them. When you're given an opportunity in an office or a position of authority, it is expected that you'll act within the boundaries of the law. So up to that extent, I think the system should find a way in which we can remedy such things. Because really, if we allow people to use such excuses even in the later time, that you're given a responsibility and you're acting in a manner that was not very desirable, and you're doing that because you're overzealous or because somebody's directing you to do that, that's very wrong. But having said that, I remember that when the 2010 Constitution was being woven, there was this conversation about making it neutral enough or making it fair enough, because at that point there was this thinking that there was a side of the government that was doing it as though to hurt the other side. And the thinking was that, it would only be beautiful when you're doing it when you think you have the power in your hands. But when now you don't have the power in your hands, you could feel the weight. And just as Kidi has said, I think the president has had a feeling of, when power is turned against you and you're feeling the heat. So going forward, every person who's been given a chance to, to serve in a position of authority needs to realize that there's a reason why we have a constitution, there's a reason why we have the laws that guide us on how we behave in such offices. They need to act within the boundaries and the provinces of what the constitution provides. And equally, having said that, the DPP has on several occasions stated that there are other reasons that were provoked and inspired by the actions of the DCI that pushed them towards charging people, that pushed them towards taking cases to court. Well, there are provisions in the law on the manner in which the DPP can retract cases, they can withdraw cases. And with that being there, that does not mean that they can take advantage, to advance political interests. They need to be very clear on what they are advancing and what they are retracting, and equally provide justifications at every level on why they are doing the same. So going forward, I think everybody should just act within, the provisions of the law. And having done that, everything will be perfect. In fact, our problem is following the law and the constitution. If every Kenyan would just stick to what the constitution and what the law demands, I think we'd be living in an ideal world or an ideal nation, and that's what we hope for.
All right, thank you, Askan.